My name is Martha. At 72, I've realized that life isn't just about what happens to you, but how you respond. My story began 22 years ago in a small town in Connecticut. It was November, one of those gray months where the sky feels heavy. My husband, Paul, died in a car accident when I was 47. Since then, silence had been my only constant guest. I was used to it. But that morning at 5:30 a.m., the silence was shattered by a sound I never expected to hear on my porch, a muffled, trembling cry. I threw on my old blue robe and opened the door, expecting a stray kitten. Instead, on the mat sat a portable cradle. Inside, wrapped in a thin, pink blanket, lay my granddaughter, Lily. She was only a few weeks old. Next to her was a note. The handwriting was neat and cold. The handwriting of my daughter-in-law, Diana. Martha, you always complained about being lonely. Now you have company. Robert and I are moving to London for his contract and my career. The note continued, a baby will only pull us down. Enjoy the role of a grandmother. There was no love, no regret, only the cold calculation of people who decided a living human was a burden to be left on a porch like an old newspaper. I picked Lily up, she was freezing. On a moment, something died inside me. My love for my son, Robert, and something new was born. I looked at the empty street. Their car was already gone. They didn't even look back. I whispered to the baby, they think they abandoned you, but they gave me the whole world. I will never betray you. The early years were a marathon. I had no savings and Paul's pension was tiny. To feed Lily, I worked night shifts at a gas station and baked cookies for a local cafe in the mornings. I slept 3 or 4 hours a day. My friends told me to give her to foster care, saying I was too old to cope. But every time Lily grabbed my finger with her tiny hands, I knew I'd rather stop breathing than let her feel unwanted again. Lily grew up to be a quiet, observant child. While others played with dolls, she treated broken butterfly wings. She bandaged the paws of plush bears. At school, they called her the professor. She knew we were poor and never asked for anything. At 10, she told me, Grandma, I'll be a doctor. I want to fix people so they don't leave those they love. 22 years passed. That baby in the pink blanket became Dr. Lillian Walker, one of the best cardiac surgeons in the state. We moved to a bright apartment in Boston, close to her hospital. Lily was my pride and my life. We hadn't heard from Robert or Diana in all those years. No Christmas cards, no birthday calls. For Lily, they didn't exist. I told her the truth when she was 18. She listened in silence, her jaw tightening. They made their choice, she said. One evening, a knock came. Lily opened the door to a woman in a luxury Burberry coat with a perfect salon hairstyle. Behind her stood a man who looked like a shadow of his former self, my son, Robert. Heavens, Lily, you're so beautiful, just like me, Diana exclaimed, trying to hug her. Lily stepped back, her face a stone mask. Who are you? She asked coldly. Diana laughed like breaking glass. Darling, I'm your mother. We're back for you. I stepped to the door, fury boiling inside. You're not back for her. You're back because I saw the news. Your business in Europe went bankrupt, Robert. You're accused of fraud. My son looked at the floor. He was always a coward. Martha, don't be rude, Diana cooed, walking into the living room. We made a mistake. We were young, but look at Lily. She's a famous surgeon. She must have connections and resources. We're family. We must help each other. Lily stood beside me, taller than Diana. Family? Family is the woman who worked nights at a gas station so I had books. Family is the one who didn't leave me on a mat at 5 a.m. You are just 2 biological donors who are 22 years late. Robert finally spoke. Lily, you don't understand. We gave you life. If we hadn't left you with Grandma, you wouldn't be this strong. You owe us for your success. I realized then that they hadn't come for forgiveness, but for a paycheck. Leave, I said, pointing to the door. I'm calling the police in 1 minute. My granddaughter won't pay for your crimes. Diana's mask slipped. You old fool. We are her legal parents. We will sue and prove you kidnapped her." After they left, Lily stood by the window, her hands shaking. I hugged her. "They can't do anything, Lily." But I knew Diana wouldn't stop. She was the type of person who burns everything down if she doesn't get what she wants. Diana wasn't bluffing. A week later, she appeared on a local TV channel. She sat in the studio, dabbing her eyes, telling millions that cruel Martha had forcibly taken her child 20 years ago. She claimed I threatened them, forcing them to flee the country, and that I had hidden Lily's location. "My daughter is Dr. Lillian Walker," Diana sobbed. "She grew up in a lie. I just want to hug my child and find justice." Social media exploded. Paparazzi gathered at Lily's hospital. The chief of medicine called her in. "Lillian, patients are doubting your honesty. You need to settle this," they told her. She came home pale, her phone ringing constantly. "Grandma, they want to destroy everything I worked for," Lily whispered. I knew it was time to open the safe. I had kept something for 22 years, waiting for the right moment. I didn't want to hurt her, but now it was our only shield. I brought out an old box. Inside was Diana's original note, their flight tickets to London from that day, and an old audio cassette. On the day they left, Robert had come to say goodbye, and I secretly recorded it. We played the tape. Diana's voice was sharp. "Robert, stop whining. If we leave her here, your mother will raise her. We need London and the money. Get rid of the girl now, or I'm leaving alone." Lily's face turned to iron as she listened. My lawyer, Mr. Bennett, brought more news. Diana and Robert owed millions to European investors. They needed to prove their relationship to a wealthy US heir to get a loan. It was pure blackmail. "They want to use my name as insurance for their debts?" Lily smiled, but it wasn't a kind smile. "Fine, if they want publicity, they'll get it, but on my terms." She contacted the TV station for a live interview. She demanded her parents be present. Diana, thinking Lily was ready to pay, agreed immediately. She already saw the six-figure checks in her mind. The night of the broadcast arrived, and the studio was flooded with bright lights. Diana and Robert sat on the sofa, acting like loving parents. Lily walked in wearing her white doctor's coat, a symbol of her honor. She didn't sit with them. She sat opposite them and placed the old box on the table. "Shall we?" she asked. The studio went quiet. The host asked Diana, "You claim Martha took your daughter. How?" Diana cried into her tissue. "She took advantage of our weakness. She threatened to call the police unless we vanished. We fled for the baby's safety." Robert nodded. Lily listened with a calm that was terrifying. When it was her turn, she opened the box. "Lies are comfortable clothes until the reign of facts starts," she said. She pulled out the yellowed note from the porch. "This is the note my mother left at 5:30 a.m. It says, 'The baby will pull us down. Enjoy being a grandmother.' These aren't the words of a scared mother. These are the words of someone choosing London over a daughter." The camera zoomed in on the note. Diana paled. "It's a forgery," she screamed. But Lily pulled out the cassette. "This is my father's voice from that day." The studio heard Diana's recorded voice. "Get rid of the girl now," the audience gasped. Lily looked at Diana. "You aren't here for a daughter. Your European accounts are frozen. You wanted to use my reputation to get a loan. Here is the private investigator's report on your debts." She threw the folder down. Robert tried to stand. "Lily, we are still your parents. You owe us your life." Lily stood up, straightening her coat. "You gave me DNA, but my grandmother gave me life, faith, and love. You are just two people who are 22 years late. I am asking you to leave this studio. My story with you is over," Lily finished. Diana began screaming, forgetting the cameras. "You ungrateful brat! We made you! We will destroy you!" Security escorted them out to the audience's booths. We left through the back exit. Paparazzi shouted, but now they asked about Lily's strength, not the scandal. She hugged me in the night air. "It's over, Grandma." Her shoulders shook. It was a victory. but a painful one. The next morning, the hospital released a statement supporting Lillian. Patients sent flowers. The reputation Diana tried to burn only grew stronger. People saw in Lily a woman of iron will and an honest heart. Robert and Diana fled the country that night, with creditors waiting at the airport. Their attempt to profit from their daughter ended in total ruin. We were finally alone. The silence in our home became kind and peaceful again. Life began to change for the better. Lily was appointed head of the new cardiac surgery department. The scandal had become a symbol of her resilience. She was now known as the doctor with the heart of iron. My son and his wife became fugitives, hunted by their own shame and debts. Grandma, I've been thinking about what Diana said. Lily told me one evening. She said she gave me life. But life is who holds your hand when you're scared. Thank you for never letting go of my hand, she whispered. There was no more pain in her eyes. We decided to use part of her income to start a charity. She called it the Open Door Foundation. The goal was to help grandparents in my situation, left alone with an abandoned child and no support. I saw Lily bloom. She was no longer the girl hiding behind me. She was the pillar for hundreds of people. People recognized her in the park and shook her hand with respect. It was recognition of her dignity. 2 years later, Robert sent a letter from a cheap hotel in Eastern Europe. He asked for money and complained that Diana had left him. I read it to Lily. She sighed. Tell him I forgive him as a person, but I have no father. My world is full, and there is no room for those who leave when it gets hard. She had finally found peace with her past. Lily met a kind man named Mark, also a doctor. When he asked to marry her, he came to me first. Martha, I know what you sacrificed. I promise our home will never have closed doors. I blessed them with a happy heart. At the wedding, Lily was radiant. She refused a traditional walk with a father. Instead, she asked me. In my best silk dress, I walked her down the aisle to the applause of our friends. It was my greatest triumph. Our new house was full of light. We kept the old box, but it stayed in the far corner of the attic. It had no power over us. It was just old paper and film, a reminder that darkness always retreats before the truth. I often sit by the window remembering that cold November morning. If I hadn't opened the door, if I had feared the struggle, the world wouldn't have Dr. Lillian Walker. Sometimes the hardest trial is the greatest blessing. Now, at 74, I sit on the porch of our home in Glencoe, Illinois. On the shores of Lake Michigan, the air smells of freedom. Lily and Mark gave me a great-granddaughter, Grace. Holding her, I feel the circle of life close. Grandma, dreaming again? Lily asks, placing a blanket on my shoulders. She just finished a 12-hour shift. Her eyes glow with a peace we didn't have before. We aren't afraid of shadows. We have become the light. Robert and Diana never contacted us again. They are lost in a prison of their own making. I forgave them long ago, not because they deserved it, but because Lily deserved a grandmother without bitterness in her heart. The foundation is thriving. In the hall hangs a photo of a younger me at the gas station holding baby Lily. The caption reads, "Family isn't blood. Family is the one who stays." It is the motto Lily teaches her students. Lily recently spoke at a global congress. She didn't talk about scalpels. She spoke about love. The most important organ I've ever treated is my own heart, which was once abandoned but saved by one incredible woman. I watch Grace take her first steps on the grass. She falls, and Lily catches her instantly. In that move is our whole story. We fall, we are abandoned, but there is always a hand to lift us. Mine was first. Hers is next. In the evenings, we open the old box, but now we add new things: wedding photos, Grace's first drawing, and news clippings of the foundation. The darkness of Diana's note is gone, drowned in moments of happiness. I don't know how many years I have left, but I know I fulfilled my contract with God. I opened that door 22 years ago and never closed it. I turned betrayal into triumph and loneliness into a loving family. The sun sets over the lake, turning the water to gold. Lily sits beside me in silence. We don't need words. We are living proof that love wins if you have the courage to stay until the very end. If you are standing before a closed door and hear a cry, don't be afraid to open it. If you are betrayed by those who should love you, love back even harder. One person who doesn't give up can change generations. Frank's letters go mostly unread now. We moved beyond his bitterness. His shadow only makes our current light seem brighter. We chose a healthy distance and a focus on our own joy. The local children call me Grandma Martha, and our garden is full of life. The memory of that cold Tuesday is distant, replaced by the warmth of a new generation. We are part of a community that cares. Ethan often speaks about ethics and integrity. He tells his peers that character is the only currency that doesn't devalue. He is the person Sarah would have wanted him to be, and that is my success. I walk through the foundation halls and see women who were once as scared as I was. I tell them a basket on a porch isn't the end, it's an invitation to be a hero. They find hope in our story. As the moon rises over the water, I feel completion. I fulfilled my promise to Sarah. I protected her son. I turned tragedy into a legacy. The world is quiet, and I am finally at rest. The $100 is framed now, a reminder that some things are priceless. We are the walkers, and we stand on truth. Our story is one of survival, and our future is bright.